Hey guys, it's iGloriaaa back with another video. Oh my god, the sun is out. So today's video is actually going to be a little story time, a little chat with Glow type of tin, but I wanted to do a little story time about my heartbreak story and how he got another girl pregnant. So let's get into the video. Okay, so story time. I'm not going to share his name. I did get permission from him to share this story, so let's start with that. So it's not one of those I'm going to be coming for him and he doesn't know. I still have very much respect for him, and yeah, so that's all that it is. Cool. How we met. I met him in 2017, and the way we met, I remember I was on the bus. This is before I had my license. And I remember telling this girl, I was like, yeah, you know, you don't have to trip. You'll see cute guys all the time. Just don't trip. I remember I saw him. I was like, for example, I see a cute guy right now, but it really isn't anything. Like, you know, I see one and you keep it going. And so then when I was walking to the building, I was going to class. I was holding the door open for people, just naturally, casually holding the door open for everyone and whatnot. And then it was time for him to come in. So he was like, oh, thank you. And then he tried to get the other door for me, and our hands kind of like touched. And I was just like, yeah, I know, our hands touched. Oh, cute. Anyways, our hands touched, and me being the Gloria that I am, I literally went into like awkward mode. I said, and I was walking, and my legs, when I'm nervous, it goes like this. Okay, so I'm walking and I'm going like this to the elevator, and I'm just typing, and then on my phone. And I remember I was looking, everybody pressed the floor. This guy did not press the floor. So I was like, okay, no problem. First floor went, second floor went, third floor went. I was like, all right, it's my stop. I got out that floor and I'm walking out, and lo and behold, this boy is leaving the elevator too. So now I'm just like, what kind of nonsense is this? Make it make sense. So as I'm getting off the elevator, okay, I'm going to class, and then okay, so in the school I was going to at the time, you can exit like this. So me, I quickly exited and he went the other way. So I was like, beautiful. So it was actually more like this, exited and he went that way. So now I'm exiting, I look across the hallway, he's there. So I move a little faster and I run.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yes, I ran. So as I ran, I see my friend. I'm like, yo, what's good? How you doing? And so I'm saying hi or this and that. Next minute, this guy comes up. He's like, stalker? I said, who? Me? I don't even know you. He's just like, oh, my friend is like, oh, so y'all know each other? I'm like, no. The guy says yes. And I'm telling you, my life is like Lizzie McGuire and That's So Raven combined. So don't worry, we'll have a whole cartoon one of these days. This guy now is like, he's now, they break out into their own language, okay? And so as they're speaking, I'm like, me, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I hope you know this is what we specialize in, shadiness in our own tongue. So if you're gonna be speaking your language, and the worst part is I understand some of the things you guys are saying, it's like, really? Is that really what we're gonna do here? Is that really what's happening? Okay, so now he does. So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna catch you later. I go to class. My friend's like, yo, Gloria, hold up. I'm like, all right, bet. So I stop, like, what's up? Da 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 da. We're talking, and he's like, yeah, you know, my friend said you're cute and this and that, this and that. Whoa, yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm not really trying to talk to nobody right now. I'm just trying to chill. So he's like, well, I mean, just, you know, give him a chance. Can I at least give him your Snapchat? Like, yeah, I guess. You can send me his Snapchat and I'll just decide whether or not I want to add him. I'm like, oh, y'all daggone friends. Well, so I consider, I'm like, you know what the heck? It doesn't even matter. It's just Snapchat. So I add him on Snap. And then one Sunday like that, mind you, I'm posting from, this was like Friday, so Saturday and now Sunday, I'm posting. And he's like the first person to watch my snaps. I'm just like, you know how Snapchat was back in the day. You know how it was. You know, you post your thing, you look cute, nice filter, the little Kim Kardashian filter, you looking snatched. O'Shea. So I was looking snatched. And then Next minute, I put on my Snapchat, my daft self. I knew exactly what I was doing. Y'all know we be doing it. Girls, you know we don't go smack, but we place the things in the way for them to, you know, do that thing. So I was like, I said, somebody, I'm bored. Someone should hit me up. I don't ever do that. So he messaged me. He said, hey, okay. So now I talking in the DMs, you know, we're gisting, we're talking and snapping, and then he's like, yeah, you know, let's link in school. So we link in school, me and this guy. As we're linking, I'm thinking to myself, like, is he ugly? Like, I really don't remember what he looks like. What if he's ugly? Oh my God, what's gonna happen? So next minute, I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, I could come meet you. He was like, nah, I'm coming. I'm like, okay, all right, cool, no problem. And so then next minute, here comes this dark, chocolate looking tall man. I said, he comes and he's like, Gloria. I look up, I said, huh? So next minute, now we're talking, we're gisting, we're wrapping each other up, lost in conversation. I figure out his dreams. He just seems so driven and all this stuff, and telling me about his life and everything. I'm just like, wow, 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 West. It's crazy. And so now, after we finished talking, I'm running late. I gotta go to class. This boy, as I'm about to go, he's like, it was cute the first time. This is how this guy, every time we leave or we went anywhere, this guy will open the door, close the door, everything. He will walk. Literally, it will be like, you can, after you, that type of stuff. He'll open the door for me. I'll go. You know, he never let me touch the door. This guy, when I say gentleman, 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 gentleman. God bless his mother. God bless his parents, actually, for training him very well. But, yeah, gentleman indeed. And very intimidating as well. Like, that was just attractive. So, as time went on, it became a me and him situation. That like on campus, it was like we were together. I was that girl on campus, okay? But one day I was going through some things. I was so sad, and I just wanted to see him. So I saw him, and when I saw him, it was like, you know, he was just there to encourage me and stuff, and I was really happy about it. Oh, he was in a hurry to go someplace, and I didn't understand like what was going on. But that's when this guy, yeah, he had said, bruh, she's blowing me, son. I said, who's the she? Who's the she? Is everything okay? And then that's when he's telling me, nah, this girl and this and that. And then that's when he finally decides to tell me about on and off relationship. I said, cool. So, you know, that's when he finally tells me about this girl. You know, it's an up and down situation from there. I literally became like the second girl, because I knew I meant something to him. Because, you know, here's one thing. I know guys cap. I feel like sometimes as us girls, we kind of size the amount of capping the men can do. Like, it's like a reach. It's like above them type stuff. So I knew he actually cared about me, and like I wasn't just a leg, because we didn't do anything, and stuff like that. So it's just like he didn't have to like stay. You get what I mean? Like, I really wasn't offering much. Like, I wasn't offering anything at all, actually. So it was just one of those things where it was like, why are you even here? I feel like I'm just like a company, you know, or if anything. And so he really respected me for many, many reasons. And being that I was like the church girl, the girl that wasn't really on a lot of things. I didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And like, he was just kind of like, you know what? Like, I really respect this girl. And he had a lot of respect for me and a lot of love for me as well. But it's just like this on and off relationship, given the history, the time. But you know, I'm not going to lie. I kind of knew it wasn't going to work out. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I kind of saw it coming. But I wasn't going to say anything, because I just feel like everybody should have their own type of revelation. And I could be wrong. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, he had a lot of respect for me. So every time he'd hang out with the girl, because he wouldn't want me to leave him, he would always remind me of all types of things, bro, all manners of things. And my thing was just like, okay, that's cool. You know, I really took it. I accepted everything or whatever. But you know what really hurt them? I guess what really hurt the most was they were still together until they broke up, and I was still there. And, you know, then he kind of went out to the military. Then he came back. And when all of that happened, when he came back, it was like he became a whole different person. I felt like one of my biggest issues with him was that he never really had time for me. You understand? So it was like we would always hang out with each other, but it would be like, you know, here and there, like quickly. It wouldn't ever be like, oh, we would chill. And like, here's the part that really blows me. It's like, we were seriously talking. And that's why when girls be talking about, oh, you shouldn't be talking to a guy for more than this and that and that, it's true. It's no cap. If he's not giving you that relationship, why are you wait like 2 years? It's a long time, my dear, for you not to be cuffed. And it's giving him a lot of reasons to do a lot of nonsense. But once again, his reasoning for not cuffing me was, I don't want to break your heart. But you know you kind of did regardless, because you gave me everything that a relationship consisted of, but we were not together. Because of your fear of breaking my heart. And the thing is, we were talking for so long. He knew my life, I knew his life, and things like that. And then when he came back from the military, I remember that was when everybody was all on him, like, oh, da 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 da. They needed him here, needed him there, needed him there. I remember then that's when he brought up like a new girl, a new best friend, and my spirit was not feeling it. I was like, oh God, what's going on? But I didn't want to be the one to really complain, because I really feel like, you know what, that's what happens when you're not in a relationship. You actually don't have that right to really complain about anything. So pretty much I remember he kind of had slipped up and told me about something about pregnancy, and I was just like, wait, what? And he was just like, nah. And we started arguing more and more and more and more, and the dynamic between the both of us started to change. And I remember one day he told me he's about to have a kid, and I was just kind of like, what did you just say? And it made me feel like, oh, is it because I'm not doing this? Is it because I felt like I wasn't enough? I felt like, oh man, is it because of me? Is it because of my life? Is it because I'm too perfect, quote unquote? Is it because I'm not that girl? Like, why, that kind of thing. But I still wanted to be there for him too, because I had that much love for him. I can actually genuinely say he was the first guy I ever loved, which is wild. I could never say that. That's crazy for me to say. But yeah, so it was that kind of rush, to kind of like a rush in a relationship type thing. And I remember one day I was trying to hang out with him for his birthday, and pretty much I was like, okay, you know what, we never do anything for your birthday, so let's go out. We went to the movies, and I remember the movie we were watching was literally a reflection of what was going on currently, but I was more so the person watching the movie. It was his life, the girl, everybody, and I felt like everybody knew about this girl, and nobody knew about me. Like, I feel like, I mean, what am I'm capping, but I just feel like everybody really knew this girl, and obviously it's because, like, you know, she's pregnant and stuff, so I almost became jealous of them. And so it's like I started to feel less than and like terrible, you know. And so I remember when I was watching the movie, he doesn't know this, he gonna find this out through the video, I'm so sorry. I was watching the movie, and I remember him I remember watching the movie, and I got so sad I went to the bathroom to cry, and my sister told me, you already started it, you gotta finish it up. So I came back to the movie, finished up the movie, whatever, and like then me and him had this crazy argument. I'm talking about so crazy, it was from the movie theater all the way to the car. We were just arguing, and I was pretty much telling him, like, I'm not your time, da 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 da, you know, there's no point holding on to this. And I was just telling him, like, you know, just we went back and forth about everything, and then that's when we ended things, right? And that was the hardest ending ever, like, I've ever experienced. I remember going home crying, like driving my car, and my eyes were just so, like, just full of tears, straight tears. And I don't even know how I got home that day. I just thank God, because I was definitely that car was driven by God and not me. But okay, so when I got home, pretty much from that time period, it was like, what, December 17th or whatever, all the way into January something, I was crying. It was like January 20 something. That's how long I've been crying, for real. And it affected my Vlogmas that year, actually. Like, it was like I just couldn't post anything. I felt like I gained a lot of weight. I felt like I was just really at my lowest ever, because I just didn't know what to do. That, like, honestly, it was just a lot. I'm gonna leave it at that. It was a lot. And that was probably the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life, honestly. And I'm glad I did go through it, and I don't hate him. Till this day, I actually don't. Me and him, like, the kind of forgiveness that came onto my heart for him is, like, ridiculous, because I had to learn a lot of things. That situation taught me a lot of things about myself, about what I want in a guy, and the extent I will go for somebody that I love. It broke me. And I feel like that was when the start of pick me, pick me, pick me started. Like some of my biggest pet peeves became, I don't want a guy that's ever, it's too busy. If you're too busy for me, I can't talk to you. You know, like I just started to feel that way. And it took me a minute to get over, but I can boldly say now, like, that was a lot. Okay, I mean, that was like, he was real life like my best friend and somebody that I could just express myself to, in that I could like tell him about everything. Like if I went through anything, he would be the first person I would tell, you know. And I feel like he almost like kind of low-key became my God kind of thing, you know. But yeah, that's how a hitter got her heart broken. She was pushing, she was doing back seats, and in the midst of doing back seats, she was never picked, and she ended up in a situation that really showed her like, you need to get out. You know what I mean? Okay, so I will say, like, you know, that whole thing, like, it took me a minute to really get over. I was crying for 3 months, and even when I stopped crying, getting over things, a lot of my actions was based off of that situation, not truly dealing with the heartbreak properly. And I'm actually going to do a second part video to this video on like how to deal with heartbreak and the things that I did to get over it. But I can genuinely say that I'm over the situation. I've forgiven him. My heart is like, as far as that whole situation goes, my heart is so much better towards that. It doesn't sting like it used to. So that should, honestly, if you're watching this video and that has happened to you, where a guy that you loved and cared about got another girl pregnant, or, you know, cheated, or he just left you and you felt like you were never picked, never chosen, I want to tell you that it gets better. It really does. Like, you will be better. You will be fine. This is not the end of your life. It's not the end of the world. And I know it sounds like it, but I'm telling you, it is not the end of the world. Honestly, it's really not the end of the world, okay? It's not. I'm gonna do a second part to this video as to how I was able to get over the heartbreak that I experienced. I'm finally able to say, okay, I can move forward. I can live my life, and it doesn't revolve around him anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's my little heartbreak story. Yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this, because I don't want the video to be too long. I'm going to share with you guys how I was able to get over my heartbreak. So I'll catch you guys. But before I leave, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like right now. So you're going to get part 2. And until you're going to see this video first, and until part 2 comes out, you should check out my other videos. That's going to be like here at the end of the screen, all of the above. So the water, it's nourishing. It helps with the skin.
Better boys they come, they won't come harm. Oh yeah.